I'm going to show you how to do fire writing, and there's only a few basic things you need and only one chemical. So what you're going to need sodium nitrate. I'll go over the safety for that in a minute because it is an oxidising agent and it is an irritant. We're going to want some water. We're going to want our safety goggles, some paper, a brush and some form of measuring beaker or something to mix everything up in. First of all, we want to put our safety goggles on. And then we're going to want to measure out approximately 10 millilitres or 10 cubic centimetres of water. Just plain tap water will do. We don't want to make much of this solution. Okay, so just about 10 millilitres will do. Now, we want to make a saturated solution of sodium nitrate. So what that means is we want to mix it into solution to a point where no more sodium nitrate will dissolve in the water. Which means we want to add a small amount by small amount, mixing as we go, and if it's still dissolving, then you need to add more. As soon as you get some left over, where it won't dissolve, then you have a saturated solution. Nothing more can dissolve in the water, in your solvent. Right, the chemical formula for sodium nitrate is NaNO3, if you're wondering. Mix it in. Now, I've only used a small amount of water, so I don't make much solution, and it's not all dissolving. So straight away I probably added a bit too much sodium nitrate. That doesn't matter because now we've got a saturated solution because no more is dissolving in the water. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid on our chemical so it doesn't get contaminated, and then we can put that to one side. Well, there's a lot of the sodium nitrate is actually dissolving in the water, which is good. There is still some cloudiness left over, so it's not all dissolving, which is a good thing. There's some precipitate left in the bottom. So now we've got our saturated solution, we can take our paintbrush and we can paint on our paper. Now, it's important to bear in mind that you don't want to be too lax with the amount of solution you paint on, because then it won't work properly. But at the same time, be careful, because the idea is that it's going to just smoulder when you light it, and then it's going to almost cut out your message or picture or whatever. And it can, if you have too much, it can spontaneously combust. At the same time, if you have too little, it might not work properly. Okay. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the sodium nitrate is an oxidising agent, which means that it can supply extra oxygen to the reaction, so it burns more. And here the reaction is a combustion of the paper, but the sodium nitrate is simply supplying extra oxygen, so it's only going to burn where the sodium nitrate comes in contact with the paper, because it's giving it extra oxygen to burn. So let's after we've painted this on, and it's important to do joined up writing as well. Okay. And the next thing to do is to leave this to dry. We need to make sure it's really well dry before we can we can burn it, and when we do start to burn it, it's important to do that outside. To set this off burning, we're just going to strike the match and place it where the sodium nitrate solution has started. Remember, we did all joined up writing, so it's all going to hopefully flow nicely. And you can start it in a couple of places if you want it to go quicker. It might take a few moments of contact with the match for it to start, but it should get going quite nicely. Let's start. There you go. Start at the other side as well. As you can see, it's worked quite nicely. I had to light it a few times, but that's because I probably put sodium nitrate solution on a bit thin, and it's a bit windy out here, so that blew out the weak embers. But you can see it's a quite nice, safe experiment as long as you do it outside and wear safety goggles throughout. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. If you've got any questions, place them in the comments below.